Eat these 10 foods to prevent heart attack and stroke. Have you ever gotten out of bed in the morning only to feel like the ground was shifting beneath your feet? No sharp pain, no obvious symptoms, but at a certain age, we begin to recognize that subtle signs like these should never be ignored. I once had a patient, Mr. John, 67 years old, who had always been healthy and enjoyed daily morning walks. But over just a few weeks, he began experiencing dizziness when standing up, frequent memory lapses, and occasional heart palpitations. A medical checkup revealed a chilling warning. You could have a heart attack at any moment. His blood pressure was elevated, his LDL cholesterol was high, and his brain showed signs of early morning ischemia. But the real story isn't about how close he was to a heart attack. It's about how he reversed everything in just 12 months. No medication, no surgery, and not a single expensive supplement. His solution? A simple shift in diet. He incorporated just 10 natural, affordable, easy-to-find foods into his meals. The results were remarkable: stable blood pressure, improved memory, normalized cholesterol levels, and no more dizzy spells in the morning. If you're over 60 or care for someone who is, this isn't just a video you should watch, it's one you must watch. Because I'm going to share the 10 specific foods that not only help cleanse your arteries, but also protect your heart and brain from silent killers like heart attacks and strokes. And the best part? You don't need to overhaul your entire diet. Just adding 1 or 2 of these items each day can be like signing a new health insurance policy every single morning.
Food number 1. Flax seeds. Many people assume that a blood clot has to be large to be dangerous, but in reality, even one the size of a pea can be deadly if it travels and lodges in the wrong place, like a coronary artery. In that case, your heart could stop beating within seconds. What's frightening is that such events often strike without warning. No pain, no obvious symptoms, just a brief moment of dizziness, a short breath, then it's gone. That's why more and more adults over 60 are starting their mornings with a simple habit, adding 1 tablespoon of flax seeds to their breakfast. These tiny seeds contain a unique set of compounds that, once inside the body, help reduce blood viscosity, make arteries more flexible, and most importantly, lower the risk of dangerous clot formation. They also help reduce LDL cholesterol, the kind that silently builds up on artery walls for years without detection. If you're over 60, have a history of high blood pressure, feel lightheaded when standing, or have a family history of stroke, then just 1 tablespoon of flax seeds a day may give your body the tools it needs to begin repairing itself. No need to overhaul your entire diet. No complex restrictions, just 1 small, consistent habit. A spoonful each morning, sprinkled over oatmeal, blended into a smoothie, or stirred into yogurt. Its mild, nutty taste won't interfere with your meal, but quietly, it's doing the work, keeping your blood flowing freely where it's meant to go.
Food number 2. Green tea. Have you ever wondered why so many Japanese seniors, well into their 70s, can still enjoy peaceful morning walks with steady hands, healthy skin, and a remarkably clear mind? One of their long-kept secrets lies in a simple daily ritual, a cup of green tea. It may sound ordinary, but if you've ever felt dizzy when standing up, experienced a racing heartbeat after a greasy meal, or been warned about your stroke risk, this small habit could make a profound difference. Green tea contains a unique group of natural compounds that protect the delicate endothelial lining of your blood vessels. It calms silent chronic inflammation, tiny hotspots that you can't feel, but that gradually become breeding grounds for cholesterol buildup and arterial plaque. That's the quiet, slow path to heart attacks, years in the making. By drinking green tea daily, the antioxidants begin to cleanse the inner walls of your arteries, promoting smoother, more consistent blood flow and reducing the risk of sudden blockage. You don't need to wait for chest pain. You don't need to wait for a prescription to start caring. One simple cup each morning, gentle, affordable, and pressure-free, can quietly guard your heart from life-threatening complications. If you're over 60 or have experienced morning lightheadedness, restless nights, or a rapid heartbeat after meals, this may be the first habit worth adopting. 1 cup of green tea, a daily promise to your blood vessels, not through pills or procedures, but through conscious, consistent choice.
Food number 3, walnuts. Do you know what happens to your blood vessels after a heavy, greasy meal? It's something no doctor usually tells you, and no tests at the hospital measures right after you enjoy fried meat, chicken skin, or rich broths. But here's the truth. Your blood vessels go through a subtle form of shock. The artery walls constrict, blood becomes thicker, inflammatory responses are triggered, and if you're over 60 with vessels that have already lost some of their youthful elasticity, even these small shocks can leave lasting effects. Not all at once, but day after day, they stiffen and thicken your arteries, paving the way for dangerous plaque buildup. Here's where a little-known solution comes in: walnuts. Eating just a small handful alongside high-fat meals can silently protect your blood vessels from damage. Walnuts are rich in a rare plant-based omega-3 that helps reduce inflammation, relax arterial walls, and prevent post-meal constriction. Imagine pouring boiling water into an old plastic pipe. Without insulation, it warps and cracks. Your blood vessels are no different. Walnuts act like that insulation, absorbing the stress and preserving flexibility. If you regularly enjoy protein-rich or oily foods, which most of us do and don't want to give up, there's a smarter approach. Keep a jar of walnuts in your kitchen. You don't need a lot, just 4 to 6 kernels per meal. Eat them right after or along with fatty dishes. You'll likely notice less heaviness after eating, steadier energy, and a calmer heartbeat. Most importantly, you'll be quietly helping your arteries stay supple, keeping heart attacks from striking without warning.
Food number 4, beets. There's a feeling many people over 60 know too well: standing up from a chair and suddenly feeling like your head is weighed down by stone. Your vision blurs for a few seconds, and then things return to normal. Most assume it's just fatigue or lack of sleep, but in truth, it's a warning sign. Your brain isn't getting blood fast enough. And the real culprit lies deeper: poor blood vessel flexibility. As arteries lose their ability to expand properly, often due to cholesterol buildup, even the simplest movements become a rush order for blood flow. But here's the good news. Just a few slices of beetroot a day can make a real difference. More than just a vibrant root vegetable, beets are rich in natural nitrates. Once inside the body, these compounds convert into nitric oxide, a powerful gate opener that helps arteries dilate precisely when and where needed, allowing blood to flow to the brain more quickly and evenly. That means no more dizziness upon standing, no more morning brain fog, just clarity and steadiness. What's more, our body's natural nitric oxide production declines with age, especially after 60. That's why many older adults feel lightheaded climbing stairs or struggle with unexplained insomnia. But by adding beets to your meals, you're giving your body exactly what it needs. You can juice them, steam and toss into salads, or simply cook and enjoy with your main dish. A little each day, no fuss, no expense, but with an impact that reaches deep into the cells lining your arteries, right where healthy blood flow begins and where your mental clarity is kept alive.
Food number 5, fish. Many people think eating fish is just a lighter alternative to meat. But for those over 60, fish isn't just food, it's a natural medicine for your blood vessels. Fish contains something unique that vegetables and most meats lack: omega-3 fatty acids. This powerful, heart-friendly fat helps soften artery walls, reduce inflammation, and, most importantly, prevent plaque from forming early on. Think of your blood vessels as pipelines. After 60, they're no longer smooth and flexible. They become rough, sticky with buildup, and narrower over time. Omega-3s in fish act like a natural lubricant, clearing small deposits, soothing inflammation, and protecting the areas where cholesterol tends to accumulate. Regular fish consumption also helps lower triglycerides, a harmful blood fat that contributes to hardened arteries and increases the risk of rupture or sudden blockage. If you've ever felt your heart pounding just from climbing a few stairs or waking up at night for no clear reason, it may be a sign that your heart is overworked. Fish can help ease that burden. Just 2 to 3 servings of fish per week are enough. You don't need anything fancy. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, or even more affordable options like mackerel scad or Pangaseous bassa will do the job. Steam, lightly braise, or grill. Any method works as long as it's consistent. Each serving doesn't just nourish your muscles, it helps protect your entire vascular system, the very network that decides whether a sudden chest pain turns into something far more serious. Think of fish as your body's quiet firefighter, always ready to cool down internal hotspots in your arteries before they turn into emergencies.
Food number 6. Beans. Some of the most powerful heart-protective foods are the simplest ones we've eaten since childhood, and beans are a perfect example. Common in many Asian American and Latin households, beans are more than just a humble pantry staple. They're a natural defense against high cholesterol. Beans are rich in soluble fiber, which acts like a gentle internal sponge. As it moves through your gut, it traps LDL, bad cholesterol, before it can enter your bloodstream and cling to your artery walls. Think of it as gradually filtering out buildup from your pipes, slow but remarkably effective over time. You don't need to follow a strict diet or give up the foods you love. Simply adding beans to your daily meals begins a gentle, natural cleanse from within. Even more, beans are packed with minerals that help relax your blood vessels, lowering blood pressure in a steady, drug-free way, without the dizziness or fatigue some medications may cause. If you've been warned about high cholesterol, often wake up with a heavy head, or occasionally feel tingling in your hands and feet with no clear reason, one bowl of beans a day might be your first step toward preventing a silent stroke. Use them in soups, toss them in salads, or steam them with vegetables. No need for anything fancy or expensive. Sometimes it's the everyday foods, used mindfully and consistently, that quietly keep your heart beating strong for years to come. Food number 7. Oranges, grapefruits, and lemons. Few fruits feel as fresh and uplifting as citrus. Whether it's the scent released when you peel an orange or the tangy burst of flavor from a slice of grapefruit. But beyond that refreshing taste, something powerful is happening inside your body. These fruits contain flavonoids, a special class of antioxidants that go beyond basic immune support. Flavonoids specifically target and soothe tiny areas of inflammation along your blood vessels, where bad cholesterol, LDL, tends to stick and form plaque. Your arteries aren't always smooth. When inflamed, the inner lining becomes rough, creating the perfect landing spots for cholesterol to settle and harden. But when you eat citrus daily, whether by enjoying a fresh orange, sipping grapefruit juice, or squeezing lemon into your water, flavonoids begin their work. They clean and heal those inflamed areas, restoring a smoother surface inside your arteries and lowering your risk of dangerous blockages. If you have high blood pressure, feel sluggish around midday, or have a family history of stroke, Adding 1 to 2 oranges or a few grapefruit slices to your meals is a simple yet powerful way to build a soft shield for your arteries. No medication, no expensive therapy, just real fruit, easy to find at any market or store. And each time you hold a citrus fruit in your hand, remember, you're not just eating a snack. You're helping your blood flow more smoothly, consistently, and, most importantly, safely to your heart and brain.
Food 8. Turmeric. Turmeric is often seen as just a colorful spice for cooking, but for people over 60, it should be viewed as a quiet guardian of your circulatory system. At the heart of turmeric is curcumin, a powerful compound with anti-inflammatory properties at the cellular level. It specifically targets areas where blood vessels are damaged, whether from age, cholesterol buildup, or long-term high blood sugar. When arteries become inflamed, their inner surface turns rough and vulnerable to microscopic injury. This is where oxidized cholesterol tends to stick, forming dangerous plaque over time. Curcumin doesn't just calm inflammation. It also prevents cholesterol from transforming into its sticky form, one of the most dangerous contributors to arterial blockage. What makes turmeric even more remarkable is its potential to slow the natural hardening of arteries that comes with age, a process that's inevitable but manageable. If you often feel heavy in the mornings, experience mild leg swelling, or notice your heart pounding more than usual, it could be your arteries under pressure, and turmeric may help. You can cook with fresh turmeric, add it to stews, or simply stir a teaspoon of turmeric powder into warm milk each morning or before bed. You may not feel the change right away, but over time, this small habit works from the inside out, helping keep your arteries calm, your blood flowing smoothly, and your heart beating steady for many more years.
Food number 9. Cinnamon. Few people realize that this fragrant spice, often sprinkled on pastries or stirred into tea, can quietly transform heart health. But cinnamon is no ordinary seasoning. It protects your arteries in 3 powerful ways. First, it lowers LDL, bad cholesterol, the kind that silently coats artery walls, forming plaques that don't hurt but can block blood flow in an instant. Second, it reduces triglycerides, a type of blood fat that tends to rise with age, especially in those who eat a lot of sugar, live a sedentary lifestyle, or carry excess belly fat. And third, surprisingly, cinnamon helps stabilize blood sugar. Why does that matter? Because high blood sugar slowly damages the inner lining of your arteries. Once the surface is compromised, cholesterol sticks more easily, setting the stage for dangerous plaque buildup. Cinnamon acts like a natural shield, gentle yet effective, helping to preserve the smoothness and integrity of your vessel walls. If your doctor has ever mentioned high cholesterol, or you've been diagnosed with diabetes, or you simply want to keep your blood cleaner as you age, just half a teaspoon of cinnamon each morning can make a real difference. Sprinkle it on oatmeal, mix it into warm milk, or blend it into smoothies. Any way works as long as you stay consistent. A little each day lightens the load on your arteries, lowers your heart's risk, and helps your blood flow without fighting through layers of plaque silently growing with age. Food number 10. Oats. Each morning, when you open your eyes, you have a choice. Rush through breakfast or begin with something gentler, a warm bowl of oats. It may sound simple, but oatmeal is one of the most powerful foods for protecting your blood vessels. It lowers bad cholesterol, stabilizes blood sugar, reduces stroke risk, and supports overall heart health, especially after age 60. At the heart of oats is a special type of fiber called beta-glucan. This soluble fiber acts like a natural filter in the gut, gently capturing LDL, or bad cholesterol, before it enters the bloodstream and sticks to artery walls. It also slows the absorption of sugar, helping regulate blood glucose, critical for those with diabetes risk or on blood pressure medications. Even more, oats contain anti-inflammatory compounds that soothe damage in artery linings, areas where plaque often begins to form. In short, oats don't just prevent your blood from getting dirty, they help keep your inner river flowing clean and smooth. No need for complex cooking. Just soak them overnight, add some fruit, sprinkle a bit of cinnamon, maybe a spoonful of flaxseed. Light in taste, easy to digest, and most importantly, it's not just a meal. It's an act of care for your heart and arteries, giving you more healthy years with loved ones, free from sudden heart attacks or strokes.
A final word. One small bite can change everything. We've now explored 10 powerful foods that help protect your arteries, keep your heart beating steadily, and lower your risk of heart attacks and strokes, especially after 60. But remember, just as there are foods that heal, there are also foods that harm. All it takes is one wrong choice, a heavy dose of saturated fat, salt, or hidden sugars, and the arteries you've worked hard to protect can begin to clog silently. Foods high in bad cholesterol, trans fats, or refined sugar, like fatty meats, full-fat cheese, fried snacks, sugary drinks, or sweet pastries, don't just lead to weight gain. They make your artery walls stiff, thick, and eventually vulnerable to dangerous plaque buildup. One day, that plaque may rupture, and your heart could stop in seconds. Not overnight, but meal by meal, day by day, you'll move farther from danger and closer to a life that's strong, independent, and free from reliance on medications or hospital visits. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about, especially if they're over 60, because sometimes one small change is all it takes to save a heart.